Petite stepsis gets pounded by BBC teacher with her MILF mom. Unfortunately for my dignity, I had to read that out, and unfortunately for both of us, you probably understood every term.
There's an expression, I don't know if they coined it or whether it's a commonplace in your generation. The expression is gooning.
Whether you think porn is empowering, degrading, or just there, like the weird conspiracy uncle at Thanksgiving, the effects of accessible internet porn and the subsequent commercialization of it is undeniable. Whether that's from OF model bots under meme comment sections, or the memes themselves being some sort of frozen frame from gay porn or something. Hear me out on this vid, guys, please, just hear me out.
Right in front of my salad?
Now, of course, fetishism and the sexualization of our characteristics is nothing new, but the marketplace of our identities themselves under a commercialized system is. We can't just talk about liking older women, it has to be the MILF brand.
Mom, I'd like to fuck. Yeah!
Teachers and nurses aren't just occupations, but now sexualized categories that you can browse online. All of these things come with their associated wardrobe, settings, and plots, like washing machine accidents and having to share a bed. And to explain this phenomenon, we're gonna have to take a detour into Marxist theory. Georgy Lukács, an influential Marxist philosopher, developed the concept of reification to describe how capitalism transforms human relationships into impersonal commodified exchanges. In his essay Reification and the Consciousness of the Proletariat, he writes, "On the one hand, the objectification of their labor power into something opposed to their total personality is now made into the permanent and ineluctable reality of their daily life. Here too, the personality can do no more than look on helplessly, while its own existence is reduced to an isolated particle and fed into an alien system." Furthermore, he also writes that this fragmentation of the object of production necessarily entails the fragmentation of its subject. Viewers of this content internalize this fragmentation. They see performers not as whole humans, but as a collection of fetishized body parts and characteristics like big ass, Latina,
BBC gene. That's why you're upset. No BBC equals anger.
The characteristics of the workers are separated from them and then given value under the capitalist system, and especially in the porn industry. I mean, even somehow Down syndrome is being sexualized, which... what the fuck? Under corporations and capitalism, these are market-tested genres designed to package human desire into the most profitable boxes. And of course, my argument isn't that if you have a certain organic preference or even fetish that you're a horrible person. That's not my intention. However, it's very important to understand how porn and sexualization shape our social fabric. The average person's introduction to their sexuality and preferences nowadays isn't through experiences, relationships, or even awkward school sex ed, but through porn. Not just any porn like random nudie mags like in the past, but algorithmically recommended, deeply niche, and often absurd porn like Trapped in the Dryer, Incest, or POV, your goth stepsister catches you jerking off in the kitchen. And I know you watch that shit, pervert. And then that content proceeds to bleed into our real lives, the way we flirt, the way we talk about sex, the way we think our body should look, and even the way we talk about other people. And I know it's Reddit, of course, but almost every major religious sub is ratioed by their porn version. And as an agnostic, I don't really have stake in the game, but I don't think as a society we should be sexualizing nuns or, you know, trying to commodify BBW hijabi MILFs. Every single characteristic of a person is touched by the internet's idea of sexy and its profitable categories. And they sure are profitable, because I feel like I've seen Sydney Sweeney everywhere, and the products rarely have to do with her.
Hello, you dirty little boys. Are you interested in my body? Wash? Well, you can't have it.
Soap is passed down. Now, of course, once again, I'm not arguing that sexual attraction or a little bit of sex appeal is bad, or that porn is a random evil created in a vacuum. There's obviously demand and it's a two-way market. However, this market isn't symmetrical. Our entire sexual ecosystem is shaped by profit and performance currently. We're not just talking about sex anymore. We're curating it, selling it, ranking it, rating it. We've become so used to the commodification of everything that we barely even notice it. None of this is private anymore. It's content. And because the sexualization and pornification is everywhere, it's harder to separate real intimacy from what the algorithm tells us we should want. People start seeing their partners as disappointments because they don't act like porn stars. People compare their real sex lives to something filmed, edited, and enhanced for maximum profit. And for a lot of us, the idea of normal sex is based on scenes that were never meant to reflect reality in the first place. And once again, this video isn't to shit on sex workers. In my personal opinion, it'd be like getting mad at the workers who work on oil rigs due to the environmental damages they contribute to. However, it's undeniable that as with all other wage laborers under capitalism, sex workers' bodies and identities are converted into commodities to be sold to us. Subsequently, we need to be militant in calling out harmful social behaviors and being cognizant that when capitalism touches something as intimate as sexuality, It doesn't just sell, but it restructures it completely and mass produces it for profit. And until more people wake up to this, we'll never have bodies and intimacy that cannot be commodified for profit. As usual, thank you guys for watching. Not too long of a message at the end of this video, so more videos on the way. Thank you and see ya.